we would like to sketch a graph of this curve, which is defined by the parameter t, that is x, y, and z. All of them are functions of single parameter t using MATLAB. So instead of going to the command window directly, I can go here and select for or ask for a new live script. All right, so once we click on new live script, we have this live script available. Okay, and now since we are just going to graph the curve, okay, so first we are going to define t as a symbol. Now fplot is the way it graphs the curves now, and since we are looking for 3 dimensions, we will choose the fplot3. And here you can see that it just asks you to uh, type in the x coordinate, the y coordinate, and the z coordinate. So let's quickly do that. So we got x1 plus cosine 16, and for the multiplication, remember it is still uses the star sign. Then we got cosine of t, comma, then what will happen? The cosine of t changes to sine of t. So here we go. So sine of t. Okay, let me just put that on the right and then we'll bring it back. And then the z coordinate is simply 1 plus cosine of 16 t. Okay, now we can give the range for the t values, as it says, give the t interval. So we will say, okay, is here 0. And since here the period is pi over 8, here the period is 2 pi, and it goes along like that. So 2 times pi, yeah, that should be good enough range for us. And then we can give more specifications. For example, we can do this, that we can say that our line width is, let's keep the line width, say 3, all right? And you can do the change the line width in another window. I shall go over that later, okay? Now you just press Control Enter. So it should show us a graph. Well, it's hiding maybe here because we had just expanded we had pushed that window to the right. So you can see that we have this curve here. Now we have to verify one more thing, and I'm taking an exercise from our textbook. So we have to verify another thing here, and that is this, that if you go back to the original equation, we have to show that this lies on a cone, right? And you can see that this is a common factor between x and y, and cosine t and sine t are the other factors. And squares of cosine and sine, they add up to 1 by Pythagorean theorem. So what you have is that you got x square, okay, plus y square equals square of this quantity, right? 1 plus cosine 16t, and then what we have is that is equal to z, so this is z square. So this is going to lie on a cone, and of course this is never negative, so it's going to be the upper half of the cone. But so we can either solve it, z equals square root of x square plus y square to plot, or we can simply do this, make an implicit plot, because it will do the implicit graphing for us. So we can do it either way. So let's just get our window back here, okay? And I'm going to hold on to this graph because I want to graph the cone on the top of it, or this rather be contained on a cone. So now we are going to define a function of x, y, and z. Okay, and the way we will define it as we will take fx, y, z, and remember x is square plus y square equals z square. So a way to do that is this. Just take that as your function. All right. Now, you want an implicit graph, right? And so here it gives us the options. So we want a 3D implicit graph. So we will put this here. Now for f, our equation is f equals 0. And you have to put equal sign twice here. Okay. And then what we would do is we will plot the same window that the graph is plotted on. That is negative 2 to 2, negative 2 to 2, and then 0 to 2. And again, just say Control Enter. All right. So the graph should be available, and it came up much faster this time. Now you can go ahead if you want and uh, change the colors either in the command window, okay, or you can take it to the, as it says in the figure window. There you can right click on the graph and it'll give you the change color option. So I shall show you change colors in a different video soon. Okay, so here you can see that the curve is that the graph is contained on a cone. And let me change the color here anyways. Okay, just a moment. So what we would do is this. Let me just put the graph on the right. Okay, so here I can say color. Okay, that's what I want to change. All right, and into here it says C. Let me see if it will work, because generally I would say K for the color of the graph. Let me see if it takes it. Okay, no, it didn't. So that's okay. So what it does generally is this. Then let me just go with a very basic way. Okay, that is, I'll just go in the hexadecimal notation. And old timers like me have this in their head that means black. Now if I say Control Enter, okay, still it's not behaving. So what did I do wrong? Because I didn't do anything wrong. I forgot I erased my color. Okay, so here, okay, all right here, so comma, and now hopefully it will do that. Okay, all right, and yes, it's behaving now. Okay, so now it's like more prominently visible that the curve is there on the cone. And if you do this, that is, if you just transport it to the uh, via this to the figure window, you can do it without using any commands. All right.